Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. It's December 10th and I'm Phil with the Trade Lab Discord. Just wanted to spend a few minutes looking at how our SRX support and resistance system worked today. If you're new to my channel, check the link in the description for more information on SRX. You can come join us. We're in a Discord called Trade Lab. We have several services in the Discord. We've got a credit spread service. I have a credit spread, and one of the other owners of the Discord, Lance, he has a credit spread every day. Lance didn't do one today because of FOMC, but he usually puts one out at around 10 a.m. Eastern, and I do one at around 10:40 a.m. Eastern. Mine was a put credit spread today, which means we want the market to go up, and you can see that's what we did here. The alert came in here, and obviously we went up. So this was a nice winner. And we have SPY ATM alerts. That comes out around 10:30 a.m. and you just buy a simple call or a put. We give you the take profit, we give you the stop loss, and we tell you how many contracts you should do based on your account size. Now, this was for a call today. That means we want the market to go up. And if you look here at 10:30, that is what happened. We did have a small pullback first into S1, but then we went up and the trade ended somewhere around here. It's nice when it goes against you a little bit because it gives you time to get into the trade if you're not there right at 10:30. We didn't have a lot of people playing these today because it's FOMC, and I always tell people either skip if you don't like all the volatility or use a smaller size than normal. So I think most people just skipped. But let's look at the SRX levels. So these come out at 9:50 a.m. You get them on Discord. You get up to 4 support and resistance levels. And we have this nice feature here where you can click one button to copy all of the levels. And then you bring them over into TradingView, into an indicator that we have here. Once you paste it in, not only does it plot all the levels for you automatically, so you don't have to sit there and do that, but it gives you these dynamic zones around each one of the levels. And these zones are based on volatility. They're unique to each day. And you get some buy and sell ideas as well. And that's what I want to look at today. There were several good plays in here. And you know what? Let me switch over to a different version of the indicator. What you're looking at now, these diamond plays, this is something that I am currently testing, and it's not available in the public version. Let me turn that off and let me turn on the normal indicator. So the dots are the lower confidence plays. That means we're either not in a trend yet, or the dot will appear if the signal is counter trend. These are the plays that you have to be a little bit more careful with. And the arrows mean we're in an established trend and the plays are a little bit safer. And you can see the arrows worked out phenomenally today. All of those played out. Now, once you get into 3 to 4 Eastern, right as the market's closing, we typically are in a zone and we just sort of chop around, and maybe we get a little break, and we did today. But I've been recommending to people that we just don't even play anymore after 3 o'clock, and it looks like these all worked out because we went up into R4 here, but got to be really careful. I'll show you. I think someone got into this play right here. So you don't just have to play this based on the signals that you see here. Those are just ideas. You can play this as regular support and resistance. So let me get rid of those signals so they don't distract us. You can play this as regular support and resistance, where you see we pull back into S1 and then we take off. These are 2 good entries right here to take up to the pre-market high or even R1. And then we had a nice rejection here off of R1 and the pre-market high, which went back down to the pre-market low. And then my favorite play of the day, and this is one that I was in, the break and retest right here, where we break, we come back down, we retest, and off we go to R2, R3, and it actually almost went up to R4. And then these diamonds are signifying another break and retest. That's of R3. Again, this is late in the day, so you don't necessarily want to take these, but you could. And they would have worked out for you today. Let's see what we have in the Post Your Profits channel. Not a lot going on in here today since it's FOMC, but we did have a few people call out their ATM plays. And one of the plays I wanted to highlight was Stockmeister. He saw the test at 10:40 a.m. of S1. So let's zoom back in here. 10:40. This is your test right here. He got in here, and I believe he exited right here, and it was a 40% profit. Let's find his message. Yeah, he said not going to be greedy, took profits at 364. He was in 260, out 364, and that would be 40%. It did go up a little bit further and hit pre-market high right here, this yellow dotted line, and it even went up into R1, but he made the right call, I think, in just taking it off here when we get these bigger candles. Otherwise, theta is going against you if you're playing 0 DTE. This is the play that I took. Now, I sat out of everything today. I did not want to play FOMC. I decided not to even open up my charts until after 2 p.m. I wanted that meeting to get out of the way, and at 2 p.m., we broke above R1, and I probably logged on somewhere around here, around 220, 230, and we'd fallen back down. Then we broke back up, and I was watching right here, because this is when I had a feeling we're going to get our blue diamond, and I think I called that out in chat. Yep, right here. I took the day off trading, and at 2:43, I say watching the break and retest of R1 might take a little trade. So that is right here, and this diamond is starting to flash. With any trading view indicator, these signals will flash on and off as the candle is forming. I don't take these plays until the candle is finished. So the candle finishes here. Our diamond sticks, so I jump in the play. I'm in within 1 second. I am down here, and within 20 seconds or so, I was already out of most of my position. So let's see, I think I talk about it here. Yep, 33.55%. This is when I was totally out of the position. And I said SRX using the new diamond signals. I was in at 14:45 in 1 second for 122. I got out of the first part 21 seconds later for 161, and then I just dumped the rest a few seconds after that at 165. Now this play ended up tripling. It more than tripled, actually. Within 30 minutes, we were at 3x on that play. So I could have held that, but FOMC, I don't want to mess around with that. I don't know what's going to happen, so I didn't hold it. But this would have been a beautiful play from R1 to R2 and actually R3, and it almost goes up into R4. And again, you get these diamond signals here, and those actually made it to the bottom of the R4 zone as well. So it was interesting to see SRX on its first FOMC day and how well these levels are still respected. I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow. We'll be back to normal somewhat. We know that December is a little bit of a slower month with volume, but I will be back testing these diamond signals and hopefully can show you some great plays on tomorrow's video. So as always, thanks for watching. And again, links are in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be posting a lot more content in the coming weeks, and we're going to look at expanding the SRX system to other tickers. And I've got some interesting things planned, so I don't want to give anything away yet, but definitely subscribe so you won't miss out on any of that. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.